Hey there. Here's one of my favorite stretches for opening up the front line of the body. What you're going to do is you're going to pick a leg that you want to be stretched. For me, it's the left. I'm going to take a generous step forward. Not too long, maybe about shoulder width between my toes and my next heel, or a little less. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tucking my tailbone under while keeping my back heel planted. What I'm looking for when I do this tucking is I'm looking to lengthen and stretch out the tissue here at the front of the hip. If I add a straightening or a locking of my knee, or the intent to get it a little straighter there, to that tucking of the hip, what I'm going to get between these two forces is a pulling taut of this front of thigh, front of hip tissue. So there we go. I've tucked that tailbone under, and I've already got a good line of stretch going down the front of this thigh and this hip. From there, if I want to increase the stretch, I'm going to use this front leg to drag my pelvis forward, but I don't want to lose this tucking of the tailbone. I don't want my hips and my pelvis to fold forward. So I'm going to keep that tuck, I'm going to get this nice line of stretch, and then dig this heel and pull it towards me. I'm going to pull this leg deeper, 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 deeper. Now I'm going to add the torso. So from here, and this is where balance can get a little tricky, feel free to hold on to an object, a door frame, a wall, something to help out your sense of proprioception. From here, I'm going to breathe in and lean on back. And I'm going to take this stretch, I'm going to extend it up my front body through the chest. Now here's pulling my vocal cords a little taut here, but you want to be able to breathe. Can you chill here? If you can't breathe in the position, you don't own it. And also breath is a way to own a position. So here I'm still sinking weight down into my back leg. I haven't fully leaned forward and lost that contact. I want weight into that back heel, driving the hips forward and pulling my head back. You can think of a bowing sensation of stretch from knee through pelvis up to the top of the chest. You can think of the back of the heel to the butt, to the shoulders, pulling those things together to increase that bow, and breathe. You can hold for 10 seconds at a time. You could build up to 30 seconds if you like. You can even pulse in and out in that position for about 10 repetitions, holding the last one for 10 seconds. So that's a good way to open up all this front bit of tissue. Okay, another option that I enjoy here is to get a stretch for the front of this hip. So same process, digging the weight down into that heel. It's a bit even, almost even on both. I'm going to create that sensation of stretch by scooping my tailbone. I'm going to increase it by pulling through my heel. I'm trying to drive this leg long as I do. That's going to ensure that I'm not just bending the knee and losing all this good stretch. So tap the tailbone, driving this leg long as I pull with the lead leg. Good, I've got a great stretch here. From here, I'm going to take my spine between two extremes, between all the way flexed and rounded and all the way extended or arched. And the way I'm going to do that is with an exhale. I'm going to reach forward and I'm going to round my spine. And from there, I'm going to reach back with an exhale and pull my elbows back behind me and arch up in the back. Proud chest. Reaching forward and rounding. Pulling back and arching. So the hips stay where they are, the pelvis stays tall. It's not wobbling around front to back. Just the spine is curling and extending around this. On that pullback, I want to feel a good squeeze between the shoulder blades. Good work both up both sides of the spine as I pull taut from tailbone to head. Ooh, pull. And then on that reach, curling. Think ab crunch. See if you can't find a bowing sensation stretch from the top of the head or the back of the head down to the tailbone and back. Give that 10 repetitions in each direction. Even it out on both legs. See if one feels tighter than the other. If one is tighter, you know which side to give a little more love to. Let me know how it goes.